Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, friends, enemies, and comrades, I am glad. Join me right now and listen to this video. I'm about to talk about the GMOs. I will make it not really go into detail about the GMOs, but my main focus is our leaders and the misinformation that some of them that they are spreading around. But before I get started, please go ahead, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe in my channel. It will take you less than a second. Just hit that subscribe button, like, and if you have your own opinion, whether you agree with me or not, comment. Tell me what you think. Let's have a discussion, okay? It's free. You're not going to be in trouble, or I'm not going to ridicule your position. We share ideas. That's the whole point, okay? All right. I made a video last Saturday about Bill Gates' trip to Kenya. And I mentioned that this gentleman has an ulterior motive, not just business-wise, but he is trying to propose the use of GMOs, okay? Genetically modified foods, seeds that he wants to import from the Western countries, which he has invested in, and bring them to country as a means of tackling the food production, like lack of food security or the food shortages. Now, Ruto has agreed to this. Mr. Ruto, President William Ruto, please, if you're looking, I want you to watch this message because somebody needs to talk to you. You have PhD in agriculture, something like that, and you should know better, okay? I'm going to get to Moses Kuria. That's tribalist imbecile. I'm going to talk to him later. He doesn't matter anymore. That I want to talk to the people who are reasonable, people who think, okay? Let me give you an example. EU has banned GMO seeds, GMO food, okay, from its shelves, from everywhere. And the few countries that agree to import GMO seeds and foods products have a law that says that it has to label the foods. For example, in the United States, by law, they have to indicate that the food that has been produced by genetically modified organisms have to be labeled and show the consumer that this is a GMO product. Okay? Russia banned everything, any GMO products from the country. Most of the farmers in Europe and South America and in Asia, India, China are against these GMO seeds for the farmers. It's killing the farmers. It's not good for business. Not only business, but for the livelihood and the health of the humans population. I would appeal to Kenyan people, Kenyan leaders especially, the people who have the positions, political positions that is, to do their research on GMOs. This is not good for our people. It causes cancer and other health problems. Now, I heard somebody, one of these vlogs saying, oh, we can just have GMOs and cancer is treatable. It's expensive. Cancer is expensive to treat. And most Kenyans can barely afford staying in the hospital for even a day. They can't pay their hospital bills. How do you think they're going to pay for their hospital stay? Their expenses, their health expenses. See, we need to think critically about these issues. If we have GMOs imported to a country, okay, and we consume the products, we shall have high rise of cancer. We shall have high rise of people being chained in hospitals because they can't pay for the cancer treatments that are required. Okay? So these are the things that we need to think long term. Okay? All right. I had someone say this in their video vlog. That's, genetic editing is not such a bad thing because when they modify your DNA code, you can be immune to diseases like AIDS and gonorrhea and stuff like that. I mean, how stupid can you be? Do you really believe in this stuff? The person went ahead and said, you know, if your DNA is modified, it will help you have a better vision, live longer, be immune to most of these diseases. You know, sometimes you hear people and you're like, are you serious? Do you really believe this? Are you really buying into this crap that having your DNA modified, your genetics modified, edited, will help you live longer? Do you truly believe this? Do you know the history of these pharmaceuticals dealing with African countries, impoverished nations, and the consequences that followed? Why do you think we have all these funny diseases coming from Africa? Because of the scientific tests that these people are doing on us. If you haven't paid attention, in the Western world, they do not do these tests. And if they do them, they do it in secrets. And if they're found out, they get sued. And some of them in prison for that. But in Africa, as I said in my previous video that was taken down by YouTube, you have a Bill Gates who comes in the country, poses as a philanthropist, claiming to help the people. Oh, let me help you with your food production. But they have a hidden agenda. They're running tests, deadly tests that will kill a lot of people, millions. Okay? But here's my appeal to the leaders. I want, and I will tag every senator that I can, who I know by name, to bring in a bill in Parliament, in the Senate, or whatever the case, in the legislative body, to ban every GMO from the country of Kenya. Do it as soon as possible. If you see this video, and I will tag you senators, especially you senators from Rift Valley. Rift Valley is the agricultural bedrock of Kenya. Aaron Chariot, Kipchumba Murkomen, I know you're a CS in the government now, but still, you can please speak on this. We do not need GMOs in Kenya. It will kill the farmers' production, and it's not healthy for Kenyans. Okay? Let's do that. Bring in a bill banning this stuff. It's not good for Kenya. It's not good for any human being. I don't care what Bill Gates says. Just because you have billions and trillions of dollars does not mean whatever you say is scientifically proven and beneficial to the people. Okay? We need to stop this debate on Twitter and take it to the parliament and make a law that bans this stuff. Ruto, William Ruto, you have a PhD in agriculture. You should know better. Yes, I'm talking to you. And I know you did that because you took that IMF loan and they told you that you have to accept stuff like this. Why do I know that? Go read the book by John Perkins, a former CIA guy who used to work for IMF. He has a book titled Confession of an Economic Hitman. And he explains in detail how they get these third world countries impoverished. You accept the loan, and guess what happens next? You have to accept the terms of the loans. And I'm not talking about paying them back. Some of the terms is this. You have to import these GMOs from the Western corporations, like Monsanto products. Go do your research on Monsanto. There's thousands of lawsuits in Europe and in America, North America, that are filed against this company that's killing people, selling products that are deadly to the human body. Do your research. I'll try to put a link for this video so you can read for yourself. I cannot finish reading and proving my point in 10 minutes. I'm trying to keep this video in 10 minutes. But I'm totally sick of people making videos out of ignorance. This is serious. Then you have this imbecile, Moses Kuria, comes out and say, oh, people are dying by eating poison donkey, so having GMOs is okay. Like, that's his argument. This is a CS, cabinet secretary, a minister, a government officer, speaking in public in response to that. Are we serious? Anyway, my main purpose for this video, without getting into details, is this. Senators, I will tag you. Let's take this issue to the parliament and ban, no longer allow this within the borders of Kenya. If you're caught smuggling GMO products, you should be jailed for life. I know people are talking about, oh, the benefits is like, when we use these GMO seeds, it shall, grow plants that will grow quickly, and it shall take care of the food shortages. No. Farmers should grow naturals, foods, increase their products, okay? And government should assist them. Subsidize farming, promoting natural foods. We can feed ourselves, we can be self-reliant. But I'll keep this video short. So if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe and tell me if you're pro or against GMOs. Tell me why. But tag your local senator, tag your local parliamentarian. Whether it's a senator, MCA, whoever it is. This should be taken to the legislative body, and we should have a bill that bans GMOs from Kenya. Thank you very much. My name is Fabrizio Bromano. I will make another video talking about this, and I will talk about Raila too. Before I finish, I have 1 more minute to let me address Raila Odinga. I saw Raila's speech against GMO. Raila is not saying much, because Raila's argument from the speech, he says, oh, we should not import this from the overseas. We should let the universities like Egerton, that used to do a research on GMOs. We should let Egerton University, which is like our local universities, to come up with our own GMOs. The whole point is GMOs, whether it's local or international, is not good for human consumption. And guess what? The local universities like Egerton, Nairobi University, Kenyatta University, guess where they get their money? They get funded by the same freaking Europeans, Westerners, that will pump this and tell them to propose this to the public. So the problem is not the local university. The problem is we do not want GMOs. It's not good for the people, for the wananchi. So Raila, you're not saying anything. I know you just want to disagree with Ruto just for the sake of it. Okay? But anyway, subscribe, like, share, and tell me what you think. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you. Bye.